Hello friends, and welcome back. Time to get your sparkle on with me, Deanna, at Arts and Crafts. Today we are going to blast in to outer space. Okay, let's get started with our project. Today we are going to make a rocket. So here's the supplies that we'll be needing for our project today. A lot of stuff that you can find in your house. You're going to need a paper towel roll. That's going to be the body of our rocket. You're going to need sparkly, shiny tin foil. That's going to go on the body of your rocket. You're going to need your safety scissors, some clear tape, some glue, your happy cup, and just to let you know, you're going to need 5 pieces of construction paper. 3 of those pieces are going to be used for the flame at the bottom of your rocket ship. So I'm going to recommend that if you can, to please use red, orange, and yellow. For the rest of your rocket ship, you can use whatever colors you want. I'm going to choose pink and blue for my other 2 colors of my rocket ship. Okay, I hope you guys are feeling sparkly. It's time. All right, let's get started. So we're gonna take our construction paper and we're gonna move it to the side for a second. I think one of the first things that we should do is we should put the tin foil on the body of our rocket ship. Does anybody remember what the body is? You got it. It's our paper towel roll. So, again, when you're using tin foil and you have to cut tin foil out of the box, I'm going to say to please have a grown-up with you because the tin foil edge can be really, really sharp and you can get a boo-boo from that. No boo-boos on my watch. Okay, so now you have a very shiny body of your rocket. Let's put this down for a minute and focus on the other parts of our rocket. Okie dokie, friends. So I'm going to take my pink piece of paper. Your rocket needs to have windows because if you're an astronaut and you get into a rocket and you actually can go all the way up and blast off into space, don't you think you should have windows? Don't you want to see all those planets and those stars and those shooting stars and even Earth as you blast off away into the atmosphere? Windows are very, very important. So let's take our happy cup and make some windows. My windows are going to be pink. Your windows can be any color you want. So what I would like you to do, and you can honestly use either side of your happy cup. It could be the smaller circle or the larger circle. And please trace and cut out 3 windows. Let's get started. Can anybody name all the planets? Does anybody know how many planets there are? I'm not going to tell you all the names of the planets. It's your homework for the day. See if by the end of the day, you can name all of the planets in outer space. Does anybody know the name of the planet that we're on? Yeah, I knew you all knew that. It's Earth. Okay, we'll put our happy cup back down. I have drawn 3 circles, and now I'm going to cut out my circles. Whew, I am getting tired of cutting. It's a good thing I could put my scissor down now and take a cutting break. Next, we need to do the tail, the top, and the wings of our rocket ship. Take your next piece of construction paper, make sure it's not the red, the orange, or the yellow, and I want you to fold it in half vertically. See that? Up and down. It's supposed to look very, very long. And just touch the corners to the side and very gently fold it vertically. And then you can zoop, just like that. So you have a nice, crisp crease. Then, the next part is we need to make 2 giant triangles. So the best way to do that is honestly to take a ruler or another piece of paper, or even use a fold. Let me see. I think I'm gonna fold it, but you can still use a ruler to make a straight line. But for me, I'm gonna take one corner, just like this, and I am going to fold it up to make it look just like this. Take your time in making your triangles. If any of you have ever folded a paper airplane before, it kind of looks like that, except we're making a rocket ship. Okay, once you make your triangles, you see, you have a crease down at the bottom. Now you could take your scissors and you could cut all the way along that crease. Now you have one giant triangle. But look at this, because you folded your paper the long ways first, you have another line going down the middle, and that's the perfect line to cut on. So let's cut again. So your one triangle turns into how many? That's right, 2. 2 perfect triangles. Put your triangles down. We have one more thing to do with our folded piece of paper. So if you have something round and big, I have a roll of tape, and I'm going to put it on my piece of paper along the side where it's folded, and this you also might need some help from a grown-up for. And you're going to trace only half of the circle. So it looks just like this. What else looks like this in outer space? That's right, a half moon. So we're gonna cut out our half moon right along the line of the folded part of our paper. Can you guess what's gonna happen after we cut just a half circle? What do you think it's going to look like? Do you think it will stay a half circle? Well, surprise, you now have the perfect circle. And again, this line right down the middle is going to be very, very helpful for our project. So now I'd like you to take your scissors and I'd like you to cut halfway up the circle. And again, I think you might need a grown-up friend to help you with this part because it gets a little bit tricky. By doing that, you can now move the bottom pieces like this, and you're gonna put one in, and you're going to twist until it kind of looks like the rounded top that we're going to use for our rocket ship. So you can secure this with a little dot of glue, or you can use your tape, which might be a little bit easier for you. I'll use tape so it sticks together. And then look, voila, just like that. Okay, before we get to our flames, I think it's time for us to start gluing a couple of the things onto the body of our rocket ship. Okay, super duper job everybody so far. We're getting close to the end and we're gonna be able to play with our rocket ship. Next, we need to put the wings onto our rocket ship. Remember those triangles we made? Well, now it's time to put them on. You can put your triangles on in any direction that you'd like. I'm going to put them on to look just like this, and this is how it's going to look behind my rocket ship. If you want it to look the same, you should be able to take the two pieces, put them together and make one triangle and then pull them apart. And that's the direction that you should have them in before you glue. Okay, now it's time to do our flames. And if you notice right here, the flames are red, orange, and yellow. The red is the largest, the orange is the medium size, and the yellow is the smallest. So that's what we're going to do with the flames that we make today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pointy drawing down at the bottom of my paper. Pointy, 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 pointy. You see that? And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to bring it all the way up to the top. Kind of looks like a really funny hand, right? For sure. Now I'm going to move on to my orange page. We're going to do exactly the same thing as the red page, just a tiny bit smaller. So we're going to go to the bottom and we're going to go pointy, 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 and then bring it all the way up to the top. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It doesn't have to be perfectly even, just pointy. And now we're going to do the very same to the yellow, but even smaller, because that's the smallest part of our flame. And we're going to go to the bottom and we're going to go pointy, 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 and bring that all the way up, just like that. You got it? Great job, everyone. Now, let's do a little bit of cutting with our safety scissors. Okay, friends, once you're done cutting all of the shapes that you made for your flames, now it's time to glue them together. So the first thing that you're going to do, since red is your biggest flame, you're going to put it down at your workstation. So what I'm going to do is I don't know if you have this on yours, but I made like a long stick at the end of mine. I'm just going to cut it down a little bit. You don't really need to glue all of that. And I am going to take my glue and I'm going to do a shake, 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 shake. And by the way, some of you might have a glue stick, so you don't really have to shake your glue stick. Glue sticks are really fun and they're really easy to use. Sometimes they get a little bit sticky, but I really love glue sticks. I use them a lot. Okay, so I put the glue onto my orange flame and you can place it absolutely anywhere on top of your red flame. I'm gonna place it right there. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just wanna make sure that your red and your orange flame are both showing. Now, before we put our flame in, I think it's really important for us to check that our glue is dry. If it's not, mine seems to be dry, which is awesome, but if it's not, you can always take a little bit of your tape just to give it some extra security and add the tape to whatever may not be secure. So I added it to my triangle back here just so that the triangles don't fall apart, just in case. But now, the very last touches of your rocket ship before you can become an astronaut and zoom off into space is adding the flames. Did any of you wonder why we added this long stick at the end? And now we're gonna find out. You can take this long stick from your flame and put it right underneath into the bottom of your rocket ship. So the flame goes right in. And voila, your rocket ship is done. And now everyone, it's time to zoom off into space. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off.
If you're not watching this on the Sunrise Studios app, well, why not? You can download the Sunrise Studios app on your phone or tablet from your app store, and you can watch all of our virtual camp videos the moment they're released. You can also find Sunrise Studios on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, or you can watch it on our Sunrise Association YouTube channel. See you soon!